You know me. It's Dad Life with V.
Welcome back to the Ultimate Dad Life Challenge. Today we are tackling some serious DIY. But don't worry, I've got this covered. I watched a video. Remember to subscribe.
So, as I'm driving around today, I wanted probably some advice more so than anything else. So if you follow any of my posts that I've posted within Nubia, you know that I took the step and opened up, or not I, my family, we opened up a dog boarding, grooming, daycare, and kenneling facility. This isn't us going out to people's homes or bringing them into our home. This is a standalone physical location in Colleyville, Texas. And I want to say that's kind of where my questions and concerns come in. Now, I know we have a lot of non-Texans in the family. Colleyville sits in the area to the west of Grapevine, Texas, kind of south of Salt Lake, Texas. So Grapevine, Colleyville, this area kind of to the west of the big airport here, DFW, used to be an area where a lot of Dallas Cowboys lived because it was the more affluent area and it was relatively close to the old stadium. But my business owners out there know that you do look at demographics. Demographics play a very, very heavy role in your decision to place a business in certain areas. So for the dog, say, services or pet services industry, one of the main factors is always going to be income. The next factor is going to be family size. And then you're even looking for people with low density housing. So for Texas, you're not looking to place these businesses near apartment complexes. And you're probably asking why. It's just shown that more people in Texas, now this only stands for kind of the way Texas is set up, you get more pet owners that have homes in the Texas area. Now, if you get into, say, downtown Fort Worth and downtown Dallas, of course, that changes a little. But there's no way for a new business owner to be able to afford the rent prices in those areas. And it really came down to rent. We wanted something that was relatively close to home. That didn't work out just because of the rent prices for commercial real estate in that area. So how do you create a business in an area for the community that's not for your community and not in your community? And it's tough because you understand kind of the attitudes, and I've worked in this area previously, so it's not an area that's foreign to me. Since pets are so significant to most people's families, you would think they would want an organization that's family and faith based. So I'm just looking for any help out there, any people with ideas. Again, we sit in Colleyville, Texas. It's a franchise called Preppy Pet. Preppy Pet, the franchise is based in Orlando, Florida. In the family that owns it, it's still small, because the COO is, of course, the son, and the CFO is the dad, and CEO's the mom, stuff like that. So it's a relatively small franchise. I want to say they have 57 locations throughout mostly Southeast U.S. Outside of ours, there's only 3 other locations in Texas. So that's what I'm dealing with, guys. Been advertising mostly on Facebook. I won't say mostly. So we do have Google Ads. And I've spoken on this before. Google Ads cost a fortune. Google Ads will cost you more money than you're bringing in at times, just from people clicking on the ad, because you're paying per click. And I've seen the clicks fluctuate from $2.50 each all the way up to like $4 or $5 each. So just for people clicking on your ads. And you're thinking, isn't that a good thing? Well, no, because it's not materializing into phone calls or visits. So, if I was selling a product online, maybe if, you're based in, your opportunities come from people visiting a website, sure. But, our clicks bring you to the corporate website, which doesn't always generate revenue for the location. So my avenue has been to make videos, and I post constantly. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Now they're all the same video, and it doesn't take much extra work to post them on each platform. Yeah, once you post these videos, you can really run through each platform and just kind of upload it from the editing software. It's kind of more so learning what each platform requires, because I think it's YouTube, their requirements for their shorts, their description for their shorts is briefer than the description field in TikTok. So you'll have to take off a few characters here, add a few characters there. And then the hashtags that are trending on each one of the platforms is different. So one likes dog resorts, one likes doggy daycare, one likes kennels, and it's really clicking around with the hashtags to see which one has generated the most views. I haven't really gotten to the point where I understand the algorithm, because some videos will get 1,000 views, other videos will get 5, and nothing really changes. So it's really trying to understand which of these helps you target your audience. Now, I'm of course going to continue creating the videos, because most of the videos are getting 100 views. Most of the time, my Google ads aren't getting 100 clicks a day. So I figure if I can make videos that advertise and get 100, 150 clicks or more, because the goal is more. The goal is to get enough followers to where YouTube is kind of promoting for me, instead of me having to pay YouTube to promote. And that's kind of another issue I'm having. All of those platforms you use require payment for you to become verified, for you to be shown as a business to the local audience. So Facebook, you have to pay Facebook, you have to pay Meta, you have to pay Instagram, you have to pay TikTok to boost your post. Sometimes that boost doesn't do anything, because so many of the people they're showing it to aren't relative to your business or aren't even local. So it really hurts me using all of these, you're spending money to boost and to promote, and there's no way that even if you dig through all of the analytics they provide, if it's reaching your target audience. I set up my targets. I based it on a 10-mile perimeter around Colleyville, Texas, which I told you includes Grapevine, Fort Worth, Euless, Bedford, North Richland Hills, Hurston, forgot Watauga. Watauga's the other location. So I stretch it out, and that's a pretty wide area to go through, just to see if I can, find the people that I'm looking for. So if we have any people in the advertisement that want to just, throw in a helping hand to a new business. I've done a lot of working for people, from Sprint to T-Mobile to Waffle House, to even being a farmer's insurance agent. All of those different jobs required some marketing. This is the first time all of the marketing is on me. Outside of farmers, which was a lot of cold calls, they give you a cold call list, you make your phone calls, trying to sell people insurance, you try to sell to your family and friends. I'm now in the business, I'm now providing a service that isn't relative to a lot of family and friends, but is more of a passion and something that I and my wife wanted to do because that's her passion. I love pets. I love dogs. Everybody knows I love dogs. Love dogs since I was a kid. And so it fits. But fitting that into something that's going to provide for the community is tough. So we are having a ribbon cutting ceremony this Thursday, August 13th at 4:30 at the location. The ribbon cutting is being done by the City of Colleyville Chamber of Commerce. Again, just different avenues to get the word out and to try to meet people. A lot of the business you find in these small areas is relationship based. So if anybody wants to help out, if anybody has any additional informations, questions, concerns, feel free to throw it in there. I'm going to pretty much edit this video. I'm going to share it on my YouTube. I have a silly YouTube page called Dad Life with V. That's my YouTube page. And then Preppy Pet Colleyville is the business YouTube page. So don't hesitate to give us a follow. It helps out, like you said, freak the algorithm and get more eyes on my videos. Thanks so much.